All right, so last night, Duke got a bounce back win. Villanova looked pretty impressive in a win at Butler. Ohio State lost at Purdue, and they benched a couple of their starters. What were your biggest takeaways from last night's action?
Probably that the Pac-10-12 stinks still, and Washington lost to Montana, and Arizona State lost a bad game to UTEP. I know it came without Marcus Bagley, but this league is just continuing to dig themselves into a hole in which it's hard to imagine them getting more than 3, maybe 4 teams in the NCAA tournament. I mean, it's just such a weird year, so it's hard to say what can happen and how the committee's going to look at everything. But UCLA is the only team I have in the top 25 right now, and they're at number 25. Oregon's going to get better. Arizona hasn't played anybody. Arizona State does not look like a tournament team today, and the bottom of the league stinks.
Yeah, it's not a very good conference right now. Not even close. The Arizona State thing is frustrating and kind of weird to me. Like, and maybe it's not. Maybe Bobby Hurley just is not as good as we thought he was going to end up being. But there's really no excuse to be as talented as they are and then continue to have the struggles that they have.
With a veteran point guard with the ultimate. I thought putting him on. I didn't want to put him on my preseason All-American teams, any of them, and I put him on my third team. And I still just didn't buy into like Remy Martin. And I love him as a kid. He's a super kid. And some days he looks like a first-team All-American. And then nights like last night, he looks like, honestly, he can't play for a mid-major. And so it's hard when your point guard, your veteran, your leader isn't consistent. Then it's really hard.
How weird is it that we are in yet another season where we have the 2 best teams on the West Coast not coming from the Pac-12 conference?
Yeah. No, listen, it's been kind of consistent now the last couple of years.
We have a guest on the live stream today, Jeffrey.
There she is.
Say hi.
The much better looking Dauster. Hello.
Hi. All right. Say bye.
Gonna make any picks today?
No, she's not very good.
Maybe you should just hold up like logos, like mascots or something, and let her go.
Maybe.
Right?
Maybe. Hey, look, I'm above 500 now. I'm back over the hill.
33 and 32. You're 33 and 32. I'm 42 and 35. So you've still got some catching up.
You had a good day yesterday, but you know what? I got it coming back. Before we talk about tonight's slate, though, I do want to just mention that Duke's bounce back, and I'm not buying too much into it. We talked about this yesterday on the stream. Duke, the thing about going up against that Notre Dame team, where Duke is really going to struggle is when teams can kind of outsize and out-athlete them and can take advantage of the fact that, like, as talented as Matthew Hurt is offensively, like, he ain't going to stop anybody, right? Like,
like a Florida State.
Florida State will eat them up. Illinois, who has great ball screen point guards and a couple of really good big guys. Michigan State, who has guys that can beat people off the dribble and kind of take advantage of some of the frailties Duke has defensively. Like, those are the teams that are going to be able to take advantage of that. Someone like a Notre Dame, that was never – I mean, Duke is basically just like Notre Dame with 5 stars this year. That's really what they are.
Right. I just thought the only reason I thought Notre Dame had a better shot was because it was at home, number one, and number two, they're older. So I thought they had a shot there. But Jeremy Roach was good. Matthew Hurt's been very good. And like you said, against a team like Notre Dame, you're not taking advantage of him defensively, which other teams are going to be able to do.
Yes. So for you, long term, who is the most important guy on this Duke roster? Like, who needs to be the guy that takes that step forward into being something close to an all ACC kind of a player for Duke to get back to the point where they're, legitimately in that kind of top 20 conversation?
I mean, if Jeremy Roach can't be an upper tier point guard by middle ACC play, they have no shot to me of being a team that could threaten, right, and make noise in the NCAA tournament. I just think if he's really good, he gets easy shots for some of those other wings that need, right? I mean, they're not really capable of doing it on their own yet. I don't know what the status is of Jalen Johnson. You and I have talked about this off the record. The foot injury, am I buying it 100%? No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'll say it right now. I will say it right now here on this pod, Robert Dauster, that I'm not completely buying this Jalen Johnson foot injury. How's that?
All right. I okay. There you go. It's out there. Put it out there. For me, I think that Wendell Moore is kind of the key, right? Like you're 100% correct about Jeremy Roach. I'm just kind of assuming that a freshman point guard will take some time to acclimate. So I was expecting him to have a little bit of a slow start to the year, and part of the reason I was bullish on Duke early on, kind of in the preseason, was because Jalen Johnson is a playmaker, and that would take some of the pressure off of Jeremy Roach to be a playmaker. Like he didn't have a single assist last night. Jalen Johnson is a guy that can create out of situations like that. So that's kind of why I was buying in on them early on. And why I think that they had some growth. So like I expect Jeremy Roach to get better. I see very little chance that he does not get better. For Wendell Moore though, you're a sophomore. You're getting 9 minutes a game at this point.
No, that's luckily
it's a problem.
DJ Stewart playing well because they need one of those two, and it doesn't look like it's going to be Wendell Moore. So to me, DJ Stewart's got to be that guy, and Jeremy Roach has to get better, and Matthew Hurt's going to be consistent offensively. But yeah, they're just not that good. They're okay. They're okay. They're just not. Listen, Kentucky's upside, I think, is higher.
Oh, no question. We've discussed this plenty. Like there's a very clear path to Kentucky becoming a top 15 team again. With Duke, it's like, well, I don't know if they can get there. So I hear what you're saying. Like I think if they played right now, Duke would probably win.
Who knows? Honestly,
who knows? That wouldn't be honestly that's like a 8-9 matchup in the NCAA tournament as a best case scenario. Those two teams playing.
Right.
Maybe first.
Today,
maybe
it's like
the
first four.
Oh, you know what it is? It's a Final Four matchup of NIT teams.